What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, back again with another video. Quick roundup of this week's Champions League fixtures that happened today and yesterday, of course. This is exactly what us neutralists want to see end-to-end football. Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. Unfortunately, this time around, Real Madrid got knocked out to Bayern Munich, losing 4-3 in the end. In my opinion, I think that the better team won in this case. Unfortunately for Real Madrid, they got knocked out. Both teams knew what was at stake, guys. Both teams wanted to win this game, end-to-end attacking football. And I was really surprised by the performance that Bayern Munich put up. Yes, of course, we know that they were at home, and it was expected of them to, put up a performance, especially in the quarterfinals, especially in the second leg. Um, as we knew, Real Madrid was never going to hold back. We've seen they scored two early goals. In fact, one early goal in the first minute, and then Arda Güler scored another goal in the 29th minute. And I think in the first half, there were really some scares for Bayern Munich, but they kept their composure. And I think that this game was a battle of the midfields, guys. I think that both midfields um, really put their all into this game. Fantastic performance and goals by Luis Diaz in the end and by Michael Olise. Unfortunately, just as Kamavinga got subbed into the game, I think he was on the pitch for less than 15 minutes, considered two yellow cards, which eventually got turned over to a red card. And I think that this was the pivotal moment in this matchup that swing the game into Bayern Munich's favor. They really capitalized on that situation and they made the most of it. And for me, kudos to them. They advanced to the next round into the semifinals. They will be playing PSG. PSG versus Liverpool. Unfortunately, Liverpool got knocked out in the quarterfinals, losing 4-0 on aggregate and losing 2-0 at home in the second leg against PSG. This was a no-brainer for me, guys. I really thought that PSG were the hot favorites to advance in this matchup. You can go back and look at my previous videos. And that's just because I don't think that Liverpool are in the best state at this moment and in this moment of time. Their previous performances in other competitions really showcased or basically summed up their season. They had a terrible first half of the season, and even on towards the end or the second half of the season, they really couldn't put it together. So Arne Slot really have a lot on his hands to bring this team back together. But nevertheless, fantastic performance by PSG. I think that this game, same like the first leg, could have been more than two goals for PSG. I think that it could even be 4 or 5 goals in this matchup. But in my opinion, again, the right team won on this side of the draw or on the left side or whichever side you're looking on, but it's on the left side. PSG take on Bayern Munich in the semifinals. In my opinion, this season in the Champions League, this could have been a Champions League final, PSG versus Bayern Munich. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up against each other. I still think that PSG are the favorites to win this competition, and they are highly likely capable of doing a back-to-back in the Champions League. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. It's definitely possible for PSG, and I think that it would be a fantastic or a great achievement for a club that never won the Champions League up until last year, winning back-to-back Champions Leagues. But then again, looking at the other side of the draw, Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich, also end-to-end football by both teams. It's just towards the end in that game. Atletico Madrid really set back and defended really well, as we know they can do, especially with the Simeone team. Barcelona definitely went for the game and they definitely wanted to win the game. Some controversial referee decisions there that I'm not going to talk about, but in my opinion, I think this referee sometimes he gets certain decisions wrong. But that's a conversation for another day. Um, and it's really interesting to see Atletico Madrid advance to the semifinals. Could they be the underdogs? Could they be that dark horse? They definitely have a wonderful opportunity to make it through to the finals in this competition. The other matchup that took place this evening was Arsenal versus Sporting, 0-0 draw in the end. Really flat game, just as I expected from this Arsenal team and from Arteta. Um, he is definitely more focused on not losing the game, and it definitely showed in this matchup, which can be risky at some times. But I guess this time around it worked out for Arteta. And again, they advanced to the semifinals, beating Sporting Lisbon 1-0 on aggregate. Like I say, a really flat game, a flat performance. This was a game that I really wasn't interested in. And I think that with Arteta, the way he lined up and tactically arranged this game, I think that he definitely has one eye on that Premier League fixture away to Manchester City. So again, like I said, this time around things worked in his favor, and they advanced to the semifinals in this Champions League competition. Can they make it to the finals? It is highly possible, but I think that it's really going to be a tall task going up against Atletico and Diego Simeone in this matchup. Both teams are very disciplined in defense, so it's really going to see which team comes out and play or comes out and attack. I think that um, the team that plays the second leg away will definitely be the team that will be attacking, depending on what the goal differences look like in that particular match. But I think, in my opinion, definitely the right teams won this season. Most definitely, the right teams won, and I'm definitely curious and interested to see who the finalists are going to be. Let me know in the comment section what do you think, who are your Champions League finalists, and who do you think will be a surprised Champions League finalist. I definitely think PSG will make it into the final, and I think that the surprise finalist will be Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal will have enough to win the Champions League. But again, you never know; anything can happen in this competition, especially so yeah, that is it for this week's Champions League roundup. I will see you later on in the week, previewing the Premier League fixtures that will be happening over this weekend. Once again, thank you so much for your support thus far on the road to 500 subscribers. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below who do you think your finalists are for this year's 2025-26 Champions League. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace out.